What your job as a truck driver says about you. First up, dry van. This one's a little harder to pin down because it's so common, but you're probably either early in your career or later in your career and you just don't want to mess with anything else. You spend most of your time with your headset on, munching on Cheeto Puffs and getting your fingers all dusty. Your job is generally pretty carefree, and really the only thing you have to worry about is wind because you have a giant parasail behind you. The idea of touching freight will literally make you quit. But you also enjoy a lot of job security because these guys are in the highest demand, so you'll just go find another job tomorrow. Next up, reefer van. Now, as much as they don't want to admit it, this is literally the same as the previous one, just cold. You probably think you're better than everybody else, especially the van drivers, but you really just made your life a lot harder for yourself because now you're really acquainted with the truck wash and you bump more docks than crackheads bump uglies. You also live in a constant state of anxiety because there's nothing more panic-inducing than seeing that little green light go from green to yellow because you know you only have about 100 more miles before you're hauling 20,000 gallons of liquid ice cream. And lastly, bulk tanker. Hey, did you hear that? The bulk tanker drivers didn't, because after 3 years of standing next to one of these godforsaken things, the only thing they're lucky enough to hear is the ringing in their ears. If you drive a bulk tanker, you have mastered the art of swinging a hammer. Everyone probably thinks you're a master at choking your chicken by how big that right arm is. These guys can be really unpredictable, because if they came back from a smooth unload, they're going to be really nice. But don't you catch them coming back from a shift where their line clogged. They're likely to hang you up and use you as a mud flap.